And welcome to Arts Talk Online. I am your co-host, Bill Roberts.
I'm Jennifer Boudreau.
Welcome back. Again, we are at Festival Place in Sherwood Park. Thank you to the General Manager, Gavin Farmer, for having us here for a second week in a row. We wanted to come back because it's just such a great venue to do our show from. As you can see, we have a whole bunch of interesting things behind us, including some drums and things like that for our guests that are going to be on the show today.
I'm really quite excited. Taiko drumming it's amazing. It looks so athletic, and yeah, I've seen it a couple of times performed and I've loved every second. So I'm excited to meet them and maybe experience a little drumming myself today.
It's going to be fun. We have Greg and Twyla coming on from Booming Tree, and they are going to show us some drumming, talk a bit about it, and Jennifer and I get to try it out, so that will be fun also. Considering last week I did belly dancing, I got to be good at drumming. This show is going to be a little bit different this time, simply because we're going to have a guest on set, as we always do, and we're actually going to go out to set and talk about the feature film that's being shot here.
Yes, we got to visit I Think I Do, and we got to interview quite a few of the crew and some of the cast, so I'm really excited to show where I've basically been living for the last couple of weeks, so that'll be really fun.
And of course, Lee Conrad's back with another, not so much a film review. I understand he's talking about a film festival coming up here in Edmonton. And we have Ashley back to do another makeup segment.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what else Ashley has to say. Last week was really quite informative, and I can just imagine that she's full of energy and information for us today as well.
Okay, well, why don't we actually send it over to Ashley right now?
Great idea.
Hi, I'm Ashley McKessick with In Your Face Makeup Artistry. I'm here again to talk to you about makeup artistry. Today I'm going to talk to you about different areas of makeup artistry. First thing I can recommend is to really know your strengths. Decide what area of expertise you want to focus on and learn as much as possible. I learn something new every day, and I make it a goal of mine to learn something every day of my life. First of all, there's glamour and beauty makeup. What you can do with this is weddings, fashion, photo shoots, and film. Another aspect of makeup artistry is fantasy and body paint. I'm grouping these ones together because they are kind of similar. A lot of clients will want to book you for Halloween. You get a lot of photo shoots, runway, and you'll do a lot of events doing body paint and stuff if you do this, if you choose to go this route. Costume, special effects, prosthetics, and mask making. This is a great rounded area of makeup artistry. You'll be able to do film and television, stage makeup, and you'll get lots of clients on Halloween. This is probably one of my favorite areas of makeup artistry because you get to be really creative and really fun. It's there's a lot of different people that you'll be working with in this area. And the prosthetics and mask making, you'll learn so many cool things and learn about silicone and clay and all types of different things. So decide what you want to do with your makeup artistry and take it from there. I personally like to learn everything, so I just kind of do it all. So I hope this helped, and see you next time.
Welcome back to Arts Talk Online. Thank you so much, Ashley. Now I hope everybody can see why I use her as my makeup artist at every opportunity. She's just so lovely. She's awesome.
So can you do makeup now? Could you do my makeup?
Yeah.
Any makeup I have would improve me.
You should trust me to do your makeup for the next show. I think that's a good idea.
Well, let me think about that for a little bit.
Okay.
Anything that will make me taller than Jennifer, if you can give me makeup, that'll make you... No.
Let's see what I can do.
Okay, we'll move on from that. Coming up right away, as we talked about, our drummers from Booming Tree, Greg and Twyla, will be with us. We'll be right back after this.
My goodness, I was getting both tired and excited watching you guys.
Again, I'm Bill Roberts, my co-host.
Jennifer Boudreau.
This
oh my
is
God.
Greg Shimazu.
And Twyla McLeod. Oh my goodness, you guys, that was awesome.
Thank you.
And you're with Booming Tree
Taiko.
Taiko.
We call ourselves Canada's Taiko duo, as we're pretty much the only two-person taiko group that we know of, certainly in Canada and maybe in the United States as well. Normally taiko itself is a group ensemble thing, and that's kind of the tradition it's come out of.
Wow. And how long have you been drumming?
Well, I myself, over 22 years now, I grew up in taiko in the community tradition, and then Twyla and I created this group. She's got a little different background.
Yeah.
And reading about your background, you've got 20 years of experience both as an award-winning actress and playwright, musician.
Yeah. I started in a music program at the University of Lethbridge, and I was a voice major. And I wanted to be like a Baroque singer, medieval Renaissance Baroque, kind of stick with that. And somehow I've ended up now hitting drums really hard and screaming. It's a journey.
That's amazing.
I could see how you could come out into that. That makes sense.
Yeah, you know.
It's a beautiful path. So I was listening to you guys when you were setting up, and you were describing the music in paragraphs. I've never heard that before.
You know,
What is that?
Just in my Twyla has a musical degree. I don't have a degree in music, so I use any other choice words that I feel
Okay.
important for me to say, well, Twyla, we're about here, because, you know, I learned sentence structure in school, so I sometimes use that. I'm not classically trained in the art of musical notation and theory, so I kind of make up words, and she just points me in the same. She just kind of goes along with what I do.
He just sings and I
nice.
write them down.
Yes.
You translate.
I say,
I'm the,
what was I just doing?
I
It's really
document
good.
what he does,
Yeah.
and then we
It's a nice duo. That's kind of what our duo's about, because we bring different things to the table, our different strengths. So it's kind of what Booming Tree's about as a duo.
Oh,
And
wonderful.
you've had the opportunity to perform at a lot of different events. The NHL Calgary Flames home opener on CBC, City of Edmonton, Calgary Stampede, Japan, which is a Booming Tree production with guest performers from Edmonton, Calgary, and Lethbridge, featuring vocalists, taiko, flute, festivals. Wow, you were on tour through the U.S. with a band.
Yeah.
Well, one of the advantages of being in a duo format is we're very flexible, and our footprint is a lot smaller. And also, I come from a theater background as well, so in terms of just staging and what the visual would look like, we've been able to collaborate in a lot of different disciplines, and that's been very exciting for us.
And with different musicians, I mean, people see us and say, oh, I want to include that in this. I want to include that here. So we've done 5 theater projects. The tour we did with Scott Fox of Ardensphere, who's local here, but he has done many tours around North America. And he does hardcore industrial music, so we were in the club scene all through the States with him. It was great. And then we have another rock band that we call Pulse, which is with electric cello. We've done some other collaborations with different musicians, just it kind of works. People kind of go, oh, I just want to add this to what we're doing as well, because it's kind of...
So what can we expect in 2012?
You know what? Every year, every month, we go, what is this year going to look like? We have no idea. The reality is, you know, after 2010 went through and 11, we looked back at our repertoire, or not repertoire sheet, but our performance sheet. Went, wow, we did 108 shows in 2 years.
My God.
And it was that whole expanse of everything. We flew in the air, the Calgary Stampede for a show there. Did a TV commercial.
Live sound design for a play with Northern Light Theatre, Cleopatra's Sister.
Wow,
So
we're pretty
Beautiful.
doing everything.
Yeah, we're pretty much
Yeah.
open to, because of our varied backgrounds as well. I mean, with Twyla working so much in theater and music and stuff like that, and people she knows, people I know, and then people who just happen to see us and go, wow, like, would you be interested? And we're like, yeah, of course we'd be interested. That's what we like to do.
I think one thing we do want to get more into is teaching. We try to do workshops at least once a year, and it's very rewarding for us. Well, you'll see. But
Like,
it's
we're gonna
quite
find out
pretty
exhilarating. It's
quick
quite
here.
You have 2
exhilarating
students right
to-
here.
To hit these
I
drums.
should have
and-
stretched.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Now, you have a website.
Yes,
Yes, we do.
It's boomingtree.ca is the website.
We have a Facebook page as well.
Yeah.
And we're Twittering, but I don't really know how it works. But I send things out there with hashtag and stuff. And
You're tweeting.
I'm tweeting.
We like our low-tech instruments.
So cute.
We don't plug in, we just show up, we're ready to go.
And you're ready to play.
Analog, what's that?
You have some video clips on your website, right?
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
do. We've just a few things that we've done. So the flying in the air stamp.
Which I think I saw, which was amazing. How was that, to be flying up in the air like that?
Yeah.
You know, it was really something. I knew the people that were doing the work, and I knew that they're excellent in their field. They explained the harness to us, and you know, it can hold up to 2,000 pounds, and so you know you're fine and you're not going to fall out. But I tell you, when you leave the ground and you're on that hydraulic and you can't really feel it, it's kind of like being on an elevator. It's just all of a sudden you're up.
Cool.
It's,
that would be fun.
It's fun, but I felt like I left my stomach on the ground the first time. So I turned green about the first 5 times that
Well,
we went up, and then after
It was
a while.
windy, especially that one day in rehearsal, and it's a big sail. So the drum we're using that day this is a 4-foot head that we made, and the other drum was a 5-foot head, so it's very large, and you're up 100 feet, and it was a very windy day, and so we were scooting around
There was a technical problem, so we had to wait
in the air.
up there in the air, and all I could do was look at the drum head because I didn't want to look down.
Yeah.
And I also noticed Greg got very quiet on his side of the drum as well, and so
It was windy. I mean, we're only standing on a small platform, so I'm like, well, I need to hang on, because if you slip off that platform, you kind of just suspended with wires.
You're just hanging
Right.
there. Awesome.
Because they flew you out over the audience, is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Just up and
Okay.
up and up.
Well,
All right,
let's
so-
let's learn. Let's learn some of this
Show us-
stuff
show
before
us
we
how to
run
do
out of
this.
time.
Yeah,
What do we
we're
do?
gonna give you some sticks. I'm gonna switch you. These are heavy. I'm gonna build the heavy ones.
Oh,
Twyla, let me borrow
I'm
yours.
tougher than I look.
Yeah,
I
that's
had
why I've been going to
a
the gym.
fitness trainer show me some stuff.
Oh, so the basics of taiko, we kind of break it down to 3 things: the stance, the stick, and the swing. I mean, just the 3 S's of it.
'Kay.
Okay.
The stance, just approach your taiko, and what we do is we get into a martial arts stance. So it's kind of like, yep, and we just give a little bit of depth between the 2 legs this direction as well. So this, yeah, excellent.
Okay.
And that's just kind of giving you a balance point and a strength point. Now the stick, we always say hang on to it nice and tight because we don't want to share it with anybody.
You
That's a
want to
good
throw it
idea.
at the
I
camera?
like that.
About that much. You have a good space to reach out.
this is the best.
That just gives you a nice space between you and the drum. And
Okay.
see, right now you look like a beautiful form of a taiko player. It's perfect.
Thanks.
You might have a new career.
I've done this all my life.
Yeah. And then when we play the taiko, the very short version, it's all about the snap of the wrist snap. So you make that
Okay.
snap. Go ahead and make the snap for me. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He's got a different sounding drum. So
Okay, I was going to say mine's better than his already.
So what we'll do is we'll
Always
just
the
make
competition.
We'll make a couple big hits all in here in this range. Okay? Can you guys do that with me?
Yeah.
We'll follow with you guys. Ready? Now make 'em louder. Yeah. Snap, snap, snap. Work it in there. There we go. Louder, louder, faster, faster, faster.
Okay, I had my workout for the day.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's the basic of the form of taiko. And then the added stuff that we like to, you see is a bit of the flourish of just the way of moving the stick between notes. And that's kind of also the kind of important element of taiko.
Yeah.
Is that before and after each hit.
For
That
timing.
was awesome. Well, thank you so much for
My
coming on the
goodness.
show.
Thank you.
And just say your website one more time for us.
Boomingtree.ca is the website.
Make sure to check it out. If you have an opportunity to see Greg and Twyla perform, you need to get out and see them perform. They're going to actually do a little performance for us right now to finish off this segment.
Yeah, I'm excited. I hope you play this one.
Yeah, I guess
That's what I'm waiting for.
All right, Jennifer and I are going to kind of step out and let them take us out of the segment. When I grab my paper, yeah, I'm going to borrow sticks.
Do you guys need these ones?
We're good.
We're good.
Oh my goodness, that was amazing.
That was great.
Yeah.
Like I said, belly dancing last week. This week we got to play the drums.
I'm excited to see what next week is.
Greg and
Hopefully it'll be
Twyla are just
flying.
amazing performers. That was a fun segment to do. So what do we have for events?
I have a couple of events. It's February already, so gentlemen, Valentine's Day, 2
That's right.
weeks.
Coming
So
up.
get your planning on. Also, the Tyco couple that we just saw has Tyco for 2 couple workshops on Valentine's Day or in the Valentine's Day area for people that want to beat drums with sticks and get all your relationship
So you can
anxiety
check out the
out.
Booming Tree website to get those dates and find out all about the workshops. And I think they had a brochure or pamphlet, did they not?
No.
They didn't have that, okay. So go to their website, check that out, you can find that out. I have a couple of quick
I'm
events.
I'm not done.
Oh,
It's
sorry,
still me.
sorry,
I
wow.
wanted to remind you, February 3rd is Brad Kells from last week's CD
Right.
release party. That's in 2 days. And again, the Edmonton Filmmaker Group is meeting on February 14th. I don't know why Valentine's Day, but February 14th at 7 p.m. at the Starbucks in Chapters on White Ave. So it's great for networking in the film industry and getting your projects made. Okay, now you can go.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
We've got coming up here, right here at Festival Place, February 4th, so just a few days away. I think there's still tickets available, but you may want to check with Festival Place. Steve Dawson's Mississippi Sheiks Tribute Project will be playing here. It's a blues band. February 10th, Sultans of String will be here. February 11th, Rollins Cross. And then February 17th to the 20th is Disney's Cinderella.
Oh, beautiful.
Lee has another segment for us, and
Yep.
I believe it's not so much of a film review, but he's talking about an upcoming film festival. So let's toss it over to Lee.
Thank you, Bill and Jennifer. Well, first week of February, I am so stoked because Scotiabank Theatre at West Edmonton Mall, starting February 3rd through to February 9th, is going to be showcasing the Great Digital Film Festival. What is this, you may ask? Well, if you ever wanted to see a certain type of genre movie that you never got to see in the theater when it was originally released, well, now's your opportunity. This is a run of classic films that range all across the gamut from adventure, sci-fi, massive drama to classic John Hughes type teen stuff. It's fantastic. We've got films like The Terminator, RoboCop, Jurassic Park, The Big Lebowski, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Serenity, and here's one big highlight for me on this festival. The Back to the Future trilogy being showcased for 1 day only and then being capped off by Mel Brooks's classic sci-fi spoof, Spaceballs. You've also got the vampire classic, The Lost Boys. So if you don't want to see glittery vampires, you can actually check this out where they're actually scary. And yeah, they're still pretty boys because you've got Kiefer Sutherland in that one. It is a classic. And then we've got some other great comedy movies as well. Airplane, starring Leslie Nielsen. On top of that, you've also got The Three Amigos featuring Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, and Martin Short, a classic from John Landis to say the least. It is going to be one of the most fun times in order to go out to the movies and just be able to check out some of these great films that really belong on the big screen, especially ones like Jurassic Park, where it truly is an immersive experience. I highly recommend, if you've got any time between February 3rd and February 9th, to get out to the Scotiabank Theatre at West Edmonton Mall and check out at least one of these movies during its run. For more information on the Great Digital Film Festival, check out cineplex.com and check under the events listings. And you'll get all of the showtimes there, as well as ticket pricing and other information of that sort. With your movie reflection, I'm Lee Conrad.
Welcome back. Thanks so much, Lee. I think it's a great idea to get out and check film festivals. You get to see some independent films that you wouldn't normally get to see and support the independent filmmaking market as well.
And this one has a lot of existing and older films like Terminator and that kind of thing will be added. So that apparently it's at the, as he said, it's Scotiabank West Edmonton Mall, February 3rd to 12th. So go check out the theater and get to that festival. It sounds like it's going to be fun. Lee looks like he is excited about it. So
He's probably camping out. I would think.
He would be lined up for tickets, the first one in line for sure. So we're going to finish this show a little bit different this week. In that you were out on set of the feature film, as we talked at the top of the show. I think I do, so we've decided we kind of want to go out and finish with that segment.
Yeah, we got to spend a lot of time on set, so we've got quite a few interviews and behind the scenes footage for you. So we're going to end our portion of the show here, and then I'm going to take you to the set of I Think I Do so that you can check out the independent films in Edmonton and see how maybe a movie is made. We're going to talk with the director and some of the cast and assistant director, and it's really a lot of fun. So thank you so much for joining us this week, and we'll see you again on February 8th.
You bet. We'll be back February 8th. Check us out at our website, artstalkonline.com. Email us at info@artstalkonline.com. We'll see you next week.
Welcome to Arts Talk Online. We're filming in the garage of the set of I Think I Do, and we have David McNally. I'm so excited because he was on Stargate, my favorite movie ever. He's playing one of the male leads in the film. And you have been on set how many days now? 3? 4?
I think I had 6 so far, 4 more to go or something.
4 more to go. Yeah. Wonderful. And have you had a favorite set experience so far?
Every day's fun. Today's been particularly fun because I spent a lot of time with young Sydney, who's playing Sarah, and got to play with her. And it's been a long time since my kids were little, so that was fun.
That's cool. What's it like acting with a child?
It can be tricky. I mean, she's great. She's really excellent. She has a great energy, and the energy is what you need because you have to get through a long day, which adults are used to, but kids usually have other distractions, and she's just been super. Yeah. And every kid. Time I've had to work with children, it's been great, and some of them have gone on to win awards, which I'm very jealous of.
Oh, nice. Maybe Sydney would win an award. She's pretty sweet, so I wouldn't be surprised. We're constantly being interrupted in
There's
the
things
garage.
going on. I apologize. Crossing.
Good. And what about this project really has got you going? What's your favorite moment, let's say, about this one?
What I really like about this project is the team that we were able to put together, and that just the scope of it. The idea that we've got some of the best professionals working on this. There's always it's kind of very centralized where all the decisions are made and then spread out from there. What I find here is everyone in the department is all making decisions independently, and every day there's a new surprise on set where you never knew it was possible. So that's what I really enjoy, is that I'm able to have this interview right now. Well, we're setting up for another shot, and we've got such a great team in place that they're just making it look great, making it sound great.
This is Chris Agustin, our first AD.
Yes.
Have you ever worked on a project this big before as an AD?
As a first, no. In different AD departments and producing as well, but never as a first AD.
How's your experience?
Fantastic.
Yeah?
Dealing with different things than I've ever dealt with before, so it's been really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite on-set moment?
I don't know that I've had one. There's little bits of lingo that have been developed with certain people, different shorthand and stuff like that. Nothing's particularly. We've had a lot of fun days.
Yeah.
Had a lot of not so fun days. It's been good.
Do you want to reveal some of your code to us? By the time this airs, we'll be on the last day.
We have a thing right now going with certain departments where someone asks for coffee, and that indicates something. I can't share what that means, but different shorthand between departments. And also one of our actors has a joke that she constantly gets something in her eye right before we roll. So that's become a good thing to continue to go to, which is having trouble. She claims she has something in her eye, and that's that.
So every time I ask somebody to get me a coffee, they are secretly laughing.
If it's a regular coffee, no, because we have regular coffee on the set. But if you ask for something that's like we don't have here, or like espresso, it's like something else is going on. Yeah. So it's just you got to do those kinds of things.
We'll decode you by the end of this.
100%.
I certainly hope. Hi. This is Dylan Pierce. I was talking to the cat when I said hi. And this is George, that orange fluffy cat that I had talked a little bit about earlier. Dylan is our director for I Think I Do, and I worked with him also on Texas Road.
Yes.
And he has a couple of other big movies under his belt already at such a young age. How long have you been working on getting this film up and running?
Can I look at you or camera?
You can look at both of us. Just look at me. Okay, I'll stand here.
Okay. How long have I been working on this for? This film. This film has been about 6 years in the making, yes, 6 years. Oh God, long time. So yeah, it's been working on this for about 6 years, and then it wasn't until about I would say a year and a half ago, we kind of got it up and running again because everything had kind of stalled. And this is George, the mascot of the location. If you're wondering why he's here on my lap. Anyways, okay, so a year and a half ago, we started to pick it up, myself, Katrina, Darren, and Andy, and I'm very fortunate that I had talented people who put some stuff together, and we were able to somehow get this all to work.
Good. You directed Jenny Cooper, who wrote the film.
Yes.
In Baby Blues back in, when was that, 2006?
2000 and I like that. Let's go with 2006. That's a good year.
2006.
Yes, 2006.
Okay.
I think it was. No, are you looking at me like? No,
No,
2006.
maybe sometime around 2006.
By
And
George.
she just loved working with you so much, and so she asked you to direct this one at that point. Is that how this works?
Yeah. That's my nervous scratch. I do. Yeah. And there goes our movie. Sorry, Katrina. Yes. So she.
You're ruining my talk show,
I'm
Dylan.
trying. I'm sorry. I'm behind the
ask-
camera for a reason.
Would you like me to ask you an easier question?
No. Jenny and I worked. Yeah, after Baby Blues, we talked about what we wanted to do next, and we both wanted to do something fun. And she had written this script, which was originally called Wedding Bells at the time, way back in the day.
Oh.
And then we changed it and we reworked it. And I don't know. I'm not sure why. You'll have to ask her why she asked me to direct this. I don't know.